What's up, my peoples? Welcome back to MMA Prophecy. This one we got a big one. We got a UFC headline card. UFC 265, Derrick Lewis versus Ciryl Gane. Let's go, man. I'm excited for this one. First fight of the night on the early prelims in the men's bantamweight division. We got Johnny Munoz Jr. versus Jamie Simmons. Let's take a look at this. Looking at Johnny Munoz Jr. 10 wins, only 1 loss. He's 28 years old. He's got good strikes, man. He mixes it up well in the feet. And he can be dangerous from the bottom as well when he's off his back. He's got really good kicks. Decent wrestling. He does fade a little bit later in the fight. Not much though. And yeah, he can get caught a little bit when he's backing up on a stand-up. He did lose his last fight, but he only lost it due to a point deduction. He landed a couple of low blows and the ref got tired of it. And they were pretty blatant, to be fair. And yeah, he lost a point and it cost him the fight, but apart from that, he probably would have won it. So yeah, man. Johnny Munoz, he's impressed me. Decent fighter, just not had the best luck. Now taking a look at Jamie Simmons, the Afro Samurai. 7 wins, 3 losses, 28 years old also. He will look to clinch. He wants to go to the ground. When he's on the feet, he does drop his hands. I don't like that. And he can waste energy on the takedowns. Like, he goes for really explosive takedowns, picking the opponent up and trying to drop him. To me, it wastes a lot of energy, especially when he don't pull it off. But yeah, I'm not too impressed on the feet. He's going to want to go to the ground. So in this one, we've got Munoz who wants to he'll stand and bang. He's happy to. But he is dangerous if it does go to the ground, I think he's got some good BJJ though. And Simmons wants it on the ground. To me, as long as Johnny Munoz plays his cards right, sticks to his game plan, if it's a good one, should get a win here. Should be an easy enough win as well. So that's my first pick of the night. Johnny Munoz Jr. Next fight on the early prelims, we're in the women's flyweight division. We've got Victoria Leonardo versus Melissa Gatto. Let's take a look at this one. Taking a look at Victoria Fury Leonardo. She's on 8 wins, 3 losses, 31 years old now. She's got really aggressive strikes, man. But she's a wrestler. She's not really good on the feet at all. She's an out-and-out wrestler. But when she does strike, she's trying to flip in. She goes too hard, man. She gets herself caught. And, it's going to take an effect on her cardio. She is a tough fighter, though. But she doesn't put the combos together on the feet, like I said. And she does drop her hands. She wants to go to the ground. She wants to wrestle. That's her forte. Now looking at Melissa Gatto, 6 wins, 2 draws, I think it is. She's not had no losses. She's 25 years old, so a pretty young fighter. I think her last fight in the UFC was like, in the octagon was 2 years ago or something like that. Quite a while ago. She's not afraid to be hit. She'll stand there. She's pretty tough. Her last fight, she got a submission win, and it weren't really going her way. She was getting pretty dominated in the wrestling, to be fair. But she pulled that submission through and she got the dub. She does prefer to grapple. She's more of a BJJ fighter. But like I said, she won't shy away from the stand-up. So now looking at this fight, if it does stay on the feet, I'm taking Gatto. She's happy to be there if she can't go to the ground. She's willing to find another way to win. Whereas Leonardo hasn't really got that. She does want to go to the ground. And if it happens to stay on the feet, she'll try it, but she's not really good there. So I see Gatto getting the win there. If it goes to the ground, Leonardo could have some progress with the wrestling and stuff, but I think Gatto could possibly get a submission. It's a tougher competition for her now, but yeah, I'm going to take Melissa Gatto to get a win in this one. Next fight on the early prelims in the men's bantamweight division. We got Miles Johns versus Anderson dos Santos. Let's take a look at this one. Now looking at Miles Chapo Johns. 11 wins, only 1 loss. 27 years old. He's not got the best movement on the feet, I think. I think he's a wrestler. So, that could be why. But, yeah, he gets a bit stationary or just backs up in a straight line. He needs to move around a bit more. Because he is alright on the feet. It's just that movement. He's got a really strong jab, though. Decent jab. Like I said, he's got good wrestling. He's a wrestler. And he does carry the power in the hands as well. So yeah, but he needs to throw more combos, I think. He doesn't mix it together that much. And I worry about his cardio later in the fight. It's never really been an issue for him, I don't think, but yeah, he's fairly big. Now let's take a look at Anderson dos Santos. 21 wins, 8 losses. 36 years old, so he's getting on a little bit in UFC. He's really aggressive on the feet. He's a BJJ fighter, so when he starts on the feet, he's going all out. He's trying to take your head off. And I worry about that when it comes to cardio, because he wants to use the BJJ in the wrestling. And when he's exploding on the feet like that, Jesus, you can only really do one or the other. So yeah, like I said, he's dangerous on the ground. He's got some really good BJJ, and he does put the pressure on. But like I said, it's tiring for him. This fight is a real tough fight. Good fight, this. But I think Miles Johns gets the win. He's probably the stronger wrestler. I think Dos Santos has got the better BJJ. But yeah, Johns is the stronger wrestler. He probably carries more power in the hands. But Dos Santos has probably got a bit more speed there. But he's reckless with it, so... yeah, man. Miles Johns has got that big uppercut knockout in his last fight. And yeah, I think he's going to have some success on the feet here as well. So I'm going to take Miles Johns to get a win. Last fight of the early prelims in the men's flyweight division. We've got Manel Kape versus Oday Osbourne. Let's take a look at this. Looking at Manel Starboy Kape. Oh, Cop? Can't really remember. 15 wins, 6 losses. 27 years old. He is dangerous on the feet. I really do like his striking. He's quite slick with it. And he does carry power. But he's got real speed in these punches. He mixes it up really well. He does drop his hands a bit though when he's striking. He's got good BJJ. So if it goes to the ground, you know he's pretty comfortable there. And yeah, he mixes it up well on the feet, man. Seems like he's got good conditioning too. Now let's take a look at his opponent. Oday Osbourne. The Jamaican sensation. 9 wins, 3 losses, 29 years old. He's also got good stand-up, to be honest. Carries power in his hands. And he's also got pretty fast hands. But he lacks the ground game. That's where this fight's going to differ. So they're pretty even on the feet. Or if anything, I'd say Manel's probably a little bit better. But on the ground, Manel's far superior. Could even get the submission in this one if he wants to. But this fight, I see it being a stand-up fight. Most likely. And they'll probably go back and forth a bit. But I see Manel winning. He might even get the stoppage here. If it's not by a KO, he might hurt him. He'll drop him and then go for the submission possibly. But yeah, man, really good fight. This tough fight. But I'm going to take Manel Kape to get a win. First fight of the prelims. We're in the women's strawweight division. We've got KOwalkowicz versus Jessica Penne. If I butchered her name, I'm so sorry. Let's take a look at Carolina. 12 wins, 6 losses. She's on a 4-fight losing streak. She's 35 years old now, man. She's getting on a little bit. I used to be a huge fan of Carolina. She's got really nice kickboxing, good movement, really good counters. And she can be dangerous with the submissions. She's a tough fighter, man. She's got heart. I do worry about her cardio a little bit now that she's getting on. And she seems like she's lost her drive in the fights. But yeah, she's still dangerous, you know. The strikes are still there. Now let's take a look at Jessica Penne. 13 wins, 5 losses, 38 years old. Now she's only had 1 fight since her big layoff. So you know it's still risky. But she's a real tough fighter, man. You know, she had that war with Joanna. She's got good wrestling. She's okay on a stand-up. You know, she's got pretty fast hands, to be honest. And she's got a good heart as well. Really tough fight, this one. I see him standing on the feet and trading a bit. But I think Carolina's going to start winning there. But I do think Jessica's going to piece her up with a jab. Maybe the jab and then a straight behind it, the 1-2. But yeah, I eventually see Jessica getting a takedown. And I think she's just going to dominate on the ground. I said Carolina will throw in his submissions, but I think Penne's going to be alright there, to be honest. So they'll be pretty even on the feet and she'll win the wrestling. But it's a real risky pick. But I'm going to take Jessica Penne to get a win. Next fight in the prelims in the men's light heavyweight division, we got Ed Herman versus Alonzo Minifield. Be keeping this short and sweet. We got Ed Short Fuse Herman, 25 wins, 14 losses, 40 years old now. You know, he's pretty old coming into this one. Definitely his last run in the UFC. Doesn't impress me, to be honest. He drops his hands on the feet. You know, he's got okay striking, okay wrestling. The cardio doesn't look the best. He can be dangerous in the clinch. You know, he's got some kind of good elbows, to be honest. But yeah, not too impressed with Ed. Now looking at his opponent, Alonzo Atomic Minifield. 10 wins, 2 losses, 33 years old. This guy has got dangerous power. Real dangerous hands. He's got a crazy physique as well, so I'm sure he's pretty strong. But does that take an effect on his cardio? We've seen it in the fight a bit, but, you know, is he fixing that? I doubt it. He still looks shredded. He can wrestle, man, which surprised me. He can wrestle. He got a submission in his last fight. He got the win. So is that something he's been working on? Yeah, this fight. I think Alonzo's he's probably gonna steam train Herman. If he doesn't knock him out in quick fashion, it'll probably just, you know, grind him down in the clinch or whatever. But I do see Alonzo getting a win. And then most likely a KO at some point. He might throw in a surprise submission again, you never know. But yeah, I'm going Alonzo Minifield to get the win. Possibly the KO, no, most likely TKO. Next fight on the prelims in the men's bantamweight division, we've got Draco Rodriguez versus Vicente Morales. Let's take a look at this one. Looking at Draco, the great Dracolini Rodriguez, 7 wins, 2 losses, 25 years old. So he's still a young prospect in this. He mixes it up well in the feet. He's got a nice leg kick. You know, he pretty much wants to box. He's got decent hands, man. Carries power. But he got knocked out badly in his last fight. You know, he got caught with an over right hand, but it wasn't like it was a full swing, hips behind it, like everything. It was a quick overhand, and it caught him flush and knocked him out, man. He was out cold. So, you know, I worry about his chin a little bit. Looking at Vince Morales, Vendetta, 9 wins, 5 losses, 30 years old. So he's older in this one, probably got a bit more knowledge of fighting. Don't know about experience, but he's probably got a bit more knowledge. He's a real unorthodox fighter. Like, his movements crazy. Like, it's not like out of this world, anything like Michael Pereira or anything. But yeah, man, little unorthodox movements with the shoulders and the hands and stuff. I like it. He does carry his hands a bit low sometimes because of that fighting style, but he's got fast hands, so I'm sure that's why he does it. He's confident, and he's got power behind him as well. He's quite tough, man, and he can wrestle. I question his chin, but I don't think it's going to be a concern in this. No, to be honest, no, not against Rodriguez. He should be cool. Looking at this one, this is another tough fight, man. But I think Vince Morales is just going to outclass Rodriguez. I think he'll probably have more success on the feet, but he's also going to mix it up with the clinches and try and take him down, tire him out. He's probably got a better cardio in this one. So yeah, man, I'm going to go with that. A tricky fight, but Vince Morales to get the win. Last fight in the prelims, we're in the men's lightweight division. We got Raphael versus Bobby Green. I'm loving this fight. Let's take a look at Bobby King Green. 27 wins, 11 losses, 1 draw. 34 years old now. Green's been around for a minute. He's got solid boxing, real nasty counters. You know, he's as tough as they come, man. He's game till the end. And you know what? He's got some good BJJ. People forget about it because he's so down to bang. But yeah, man, BJJ's there. Looking at Raphael Ataman, that's it, sorry, it's his nickname. 9 wins, 1 loss, 28 years old. Yeah, he's got really good kickboxing. Nasty kick, man. They're strong. He mixes it up well and he can wrestle. He doesn't really fade in the fight. Really close fight, man. I see him going back and forth, to be honest. But I think Raphael's just going to mix it up more, be a bit more dominant. Probably outwork Bobby a little bit as well. And counter the counter fighter. So I'm going to take Raphael to get a win. Now we're on to the main card. In the men's bantamweight division, we've got Song Yadong versus Kenney. Big fight. Let's look at this one. Starting with Song Yadong, the Kung Fu Monkey. 16 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. He's only 23 years old, man. Real prospect. He's got really powerful strikes. This guy is dangerous on the feet. He mixes it up well. And he's down to stand and bang. He's game. You can get a bit reckless and drawn into the fight, but he's young. He's going to learn from that. But you know what? He's got chokes too. If it goes to the ground, you know, his BJJ's okay. And yeah, man, his right hand, wow, that's his dangerous weapon. That's what he's looking to land. He doesn't chase the right hand, but it's a real dangerous strike. Now looking at Kenney, 16 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 30 years old. Do you know he's the older fighter coming into this one? A lot more experience in the octagon. Kenney can wrestle and he can submit you. But this guy's got really good counters on the feet. And you know, he mixes it up well also. He's got good combos, man. You know, he's not shy to put and piece them together, take one to give 2 back. This is a really good fight, man. Really, really looking forward to this one. It's a pick'em, I guess. Like, it is a risky pick because both of these fighters are like so evenly matched. And yeah, I think Song Yadong's gonna get it done. I think he's the tougher fighter. Kenney's tough, he ain't gonna give up, but I think Song Yadong's just gonna push that pressure a bit more. He's gonna be willing to take more hits as well. Yeah, man. I'm gonna go Song Yadong to get the win, but this is a real risky pick. Cannot wait for this fight. Be careful. Song Yadong to win. Next fight, we're in the women's strawweight division. We've got Torres versus Angela Hill 2. Taking a look at Tshirt, the tiny tornado Torres. 12 wins, 5 losses, 31 years old. Now I do want to say those 5 losses, 4 of them came in a row against real good opponents. You know, 2 ex-champions, 1 future champion, and then 1 like, yeah, possible for a future champion in Miranda. So real unlucky for her there, man. Because Tish's a good fighter. She used to be top 5, but yeah, she went on that skid. Now let's look at Tisha. She's got really good kickboxing. Her kicks are really dangerous, man. She's so quick with them as well. You know, the strikes can come at you fast. You think she's throwing just a 2 and she throws the leg kick behind it or a spinning body kick or something. Tisha's really dangerous on the feet. And she can wrestle as well. Now let's take a look at Angela Overkill Hill. 13 wins, 9 losses, 36 years old. Angela's got heart, man. She's a real fighter. She got cut from the UFC. Then she wiped out the Invicta women's division. And then the UFC called her back. And she's been great ever since, man. She's got really clean technique. Some of the best boxing, man, out of the women fighters, I think. I worry about her wrestling defense a little bit. She does get taken down. But if it stays on the feet, she's got such fast hands. She does carry a bit of power in that jab. And yeah, man, I like her conditioning. She's probably got the better boxing in this one. Now this fight is going to be risky. So Torres, she's got the better kickboxing. And she's a lot smaller than Angela Hill. So Angela can keep her at range and use her jab. But Tisha's got the kicks to close that range a little bit if she can't reach her. Angela's probably going to be the better fighter on a stand-up because she's got the size advantage. I think it's going to definitely go in her favour. But this is a really risky fight as well. Tisha can get a win. You know, she can get the takedowns and start grinding Angela down, just dominate on the ground. Or Angela can catch her on the feet, maybe get a stoppage, or just outwork her with strikes, Max Holloway style. Risky fight, but I'm going to pick Angela Hill to get a win. Next fight in the men's welterweight division, we got Vicente Luque versus Michael Chiesa. Big fight. Let's take a look at this one. Looking at Vicente, the silent assassin Luque. 20 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. 29 years old. You know, this guy's got some really nice boxing, man. He's got some powerful hands. And he can also get the submissions. You know, the BJJ is pretty good too. So yeah, man, good all-round fighter, but Vicente, really like him. Michael the Maverick Chiesa, 17 wins, 4 losses, 33 years old. He is a submission specialist. Really dangerous BJJ. And he's got some good counter strikes as well. He showed that off in the Neil Magny fight. You know, solid wrestling. This fight's a pick-em as well, I think. This is such a hard fight because both fighters have got dangerous submissions. Chiesa's probably the more dangerous. And both fighters are okay on the feet, but Luque's more dangerous on the feet. Oh, man. They're both tough fighters. I think Vicente's going to definitely piece him up on the feet. You know, he's going to win the striking battles. But Chiesa did surprise me against Magny. And without a doubt, Chiesa's going to get takedowns in this fight. Now he's that dangerous on the ground. That's where I think he might get the win. His submissions are so dangerous, man. And he can catch you from anywhere. One mistake, he's got you. He's like a snake in there. Pick him. Really risky fight. But I'm going to go Michael Chiesa. Should be an interesting one. But yeah, Michael to get the win. The co-main event of the evening. Jose Aldo versus Pedro Munoz. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Let's start with a Rio de Janeiro legend. That is Jose Aldo. 29 wins, 7 losses, 34 years old. Really nasty kicks, man. We all know what Jose Aldo can do. As tough as they come. Dangerous power. Like the leg kicks this guy used to throw. Oh my god. I don't know why Aldo stopped using the leg kicks as much. Because they were so devastating, man. If it goes to the ground, you know, Aldo's really, really good with BJJ. He's dangerous all round. Don't need to say too much about Aldo. Legend of the game. Call it all. Taking a look at Pedro Munoz, the young Punisher. 19 wins, 5 losses, 34 years old. Munoz has also got some subs, man. He likes that guillotine. But he's also got powerful hands and a nasty leg kick. If anything, it's like Aldo's leg kick. If Aldo still used it, like, it's such a shame that you don't use it as much. Munoz has got some good grappling, but he's probably going to want to keep it on the feet. But against Aldo, like, yo, that's not an easy fight. Like, is that going to be the best decision? This fight's another hard one, man. Like, such a good card this is. I think Aldo's probably going to beat him in a striking battle. It's going to be a close fight. Aldo's going to take the punishment, and he gives it out more than what he takes. He's probably the better fighter on the ground as well. I just worry about his conditioning. Is he going to have the better cardio in this fight? All we can do is wait and see. Risky, but I'm going to choose Jose Aldo, man. The legend's going to do it. He's going to bring home the win. Let's go, Aldo. Final fight of the night. The main one. The one this card was built around. For the UFC Interim Heavyweight Championship. We got Derrick Lewis versus Ciryl Gane. Let's take a look at this. First up, taking a look at Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast. 25 wins, 7 losses, 36 years old. Probably, apart from Ngannou, maybe on par. Like, he's got some of the most powerful hands in that heavyweight division. Derrick Lewis's power is legendary. This guy carries some serious bombs in his hands. But that's really it, ain't it? Derrick Lewis, as we know, he's not the best wrestler. Calls himself the best blue belt in the world. And you hold that title proud, my G. But yeah, man. Lewis is really only looking to land those strikes from the hands. But he has actually got some really good kicks. It goes under the radar. He's quite athletic. But he hides it well. He makes you believe he ain't got it in the locker, but he has. So yeah, man. Real dangerous hands. Looking to knock your head clean off. Most KOs in UFC heavyweight history, like, you know, that's saying something. Taking a look at Ciryl Gane. Bongamin, I think that's his name. 9 wins, undefeated fighter in this one. 31 years old. He's a really athletic heavyweight, man. He mixes it up so well. He moves like a middleweight even, like, not even like heavyweight. He moves like a middleweight. He mixes it up well with the punches and the kicks. You know, he'll try and clinch with Lewis, but he's got to be careful there because of Lewis's power. To be honest, no, if anything, yeah, I think Gane's going to keep this at a distance. He's got good wrestling, great cardio. You know, he could take Derrick Lewis down. But yeah, this fight, man. This fight is a hard fight. It's a pick-em in my eyes. A lot of people might just see it as Cyryl's going to outclass Lewis. Full stop. He knows about the big bomb. He's going to avoid it. Everyone's known about Derrick Lewis's power. They've still not managed to avoid it, you know. You got to be careful. This pick, this is the first time I'm going to have a split pick. If it's even possible, it's even a thing. You know, get on to me in the comments if you don't think it's fair and you want me to make a pick. But I'm going to pick Derrick Lewis to win in the first and second round, basically. I reckon if he wins, he's winning this fight in the first and second round by a big knockout. If this fight goes to the third, fourth and fifth, it's Cyryl's fight all day. He's going to outclass him and win on points. He might even get a stoppage. You know, if he gets some body kicks in there, knees, grinds him down with the wrestling, the cardio might fade. And then he's got an easy win on Lewis there. So yeah, that's my pick, man. Derrick Lewis to win round 2 by knockout. Ciryl Gane to win round 3, 4 or 5 by knockout, if not by decision. I know that's kind of cheating, but that's how hard of a pick this fight is, man. That's how risky this fight is. Derrick Lewis literally will win this fight in the first 2 if he does. Cyryl's going to win it later in the fight. Man, I don't know. I think overall, just because I love Derrick Lewis, I'm going to pick Derrick, but skill-wise and whatnot, and fight-wise, you know, Cyryl's probably going to get the win. But I love Derrick Lewis that much, so yeah, man. So I'm going with that. Derrick Lewis to get the win. Let's go. As always, if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are legends, man. Please like the video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Liking the video lets me know that you guys are actually watching and you like it. You're enjoying it. And you know you agree with my picks. Jump in the comments, man. Let me know what your picks are. I love interacting with you guys and getting your guys' thoughts and ideas on the fights. And yeah, let's enjoy these fights, man. We got a big fight card. As always, please gamble responsibly. Love you all, man. Let's make some money. Let's enjoy these fights. Let's get it.